Hi everyone, this is Isa Teese. Okay, today we're going to talk about war. I'm really not a big advocate of war. I'm not even a big advocate of conflict. But it does seem to be something that happens in our world. And anybody who's listening to this is pretty aware that we have fired some missiles over to Syria. So there's kind of like a war thing going on. We also know that there are more hurricanes there's, I don't know, like how many billion of people have been in the pathway of hurricanes in the most recent past. Now, fortunately, most of them have not caused people dying or any of that kind of stuff. But the bottom line here is that we have a lot of conflict, a lot of contradiction, a lot of war-like things going on. We don't know for sure where our world is going. We've got all kinds of other countries getting a little bit in a tizzy. And so I have some friends that they spend a fair amount of time watching every little thing on TV and watching every little thing that's occurring everywhere and getting themselves all in a tizzy about it. But is it helping? Is it working? We are going to have polarity in our lives all the time because this world that we live in is about polarity. It's about the good, bad, right, wrong, high, low, black, white, whatever it is that you want to call it. And because of that, we're going to have things that are conflicting and hitting each other and doing this because that kind of a collision creates movement. And it also creates a little bit of excitement in humans, whether you want to admit it or not. Humans really like that drama thing, which I spoke about just last time. And because of that, we get to look at how we want to contribute or not contribute to that drama. So we have walls, we have separation, we have all of these things going on that are giving us an option, a real exciting option to decide, how do I choose to be with this? And you've heard me speak before that it's about living in the eye of the hurricane. So all these hurricanes are going on, but are we in the center of our own personal hurricane? Are we in the eye of the place where we've got lots of things coming at us? We have things that we're observing. Where do you sit? Where do you put your energy? Where do you put your attention? Is it on all the things that don't appear to be working well, or is it on your peace? There's something that I call the big bucket in the sky. And the big bucket in the sky is I just have like this vision where all the thoughts are just going up into this big bucket in the sky. So there's the negative thoughts, there's the positive thoughts, there's the wonderful thoughts, there's the yucky thoughts, there's the attacking thoughts, there's the compassionate thoughts. All of these thoughts are just kind of, every time you think, just think, they're all going up into the big bucket in the sky. Well, when we are in a place of thinking, whether we know it or not, we're pulling from this big bucket in the sky. Now, the big bucket in the sky, remember, has no thought about it. It's not good, it's not bad, it's not right, it's just a collection. It's just like a collection agency of all of these thoughts. So we get to decide, because we have the free will to decide what it is that we want to think about, and we get to choose what it is that we're going to put our energy on. And if you're aware and you're conscious that we've got big bucket in the sky thing going on, then what we know is that every time we think something, we're contributing to that. So if you turn on the TV and you're becoming all ensconced in the war and the chemical warfare and the people dying and the suffering and all of that, you're contributing to that trauma, to that drama in the world. Which, remember that what you think about the most comes right back to you. So if you're thinking about trauma, drama, things that cause you upset and distress, what do you think is going to happen? That energy is going to pull some of that, if not a whole bunch of that, toward you. More importantly, thinking about it is just jumping into the trench with all the things that are going on. So you get some options. And here's your options. First of all, you have, my personal favorite, awareness. Have awareness of what you're doing. Be aware of where you're focusing, what you're thinking about, and who are you speaking about it to, and what are you saying when you do speak about it. These are important factors. So once you have the awareness, you get to choose what it is that you are in the midst of. So now you recognize that you've got this going on, and you can now determine whether you want to contribute in a really awesome way to the big bucket in the sky, which is going to raise the vibration or the frequency or the good humor or whatever word you want to use to the overall society, or whether you're going to add to it and bring it down. So if you want to do the most, stop the war inside of you. Stop becoming ensconced in what's happening in the world out there, and start putting your focus on things that you desire, the way you want your world to live, the way you want this world to feel, the way you want this world to look like. Because every time you're holding that with gratitude, you're uploading to the big bucket in the sky, which makes it an easier experience for other people to pull that down, if you will, or to, it's not really pulling down, but it's just for the analogy of being able to get it visually, to really actually create something that's more of that. So your greatest contribution is to stop the war within yourself, stop the conflict inside yourself, contribute to the big bucket in the sky with the highest, most positive gratitude, energy, and thought processes that you can. And when you see that stuff happening, know that your best gift is to see it as you would like it to be. See the compassion, see the love, see the people being playful and alive and happy. See our world connecting with each other. See a world of peace. Experience that inside yourself, because when you get it, boom, it comes out so much more profoundly to those around you, and to those in the world then will just vicariously get that, because you are making a difference. Who you are really, really makes a difference. And I would so love for each and every person in the world to really get that, because suddenly you'd go, I better straighten up and decide what I'm going to do, because if I'm contributing and I'm creating this world with all the rest of these people, what am I going to do to make this the most awesome place ever to be, to live, and to experience in my everyday life? So you have a powerful capability to do things that maybe you've never thought of before. And so I want to invite you to look at every thought you have. Are you adding the yippee to the bucket in the sky, or are you bringing it down? Because every one of those thoughts is impacting all the other people on the planet. Many of you have heard me say, I am you, you are me, we are one. It's another discussion that we can have one day, but the bottom line is we are all affecting each other. We are all being with each other in ways that we don't even realize, and you have a powerful contribution to make. So here is my request. Share this video with as many people as you can think of, because when we all start being responsible for what we're thinking and what we're doing and how we're feeling and what we're contributing, positively or negatively or however, to the big bucket in the sky, then what do we get to do? We get to be valuable contributors to creating this world being an awesome, peaceful, loving place. And the more people you invite to do that with you, the more that it's going to make a difference. I have a mission to touch 1 billion or more people by 2030. Will you help me? Will you help me, please? Because this is how we're going to change the world, by being individuals that are making a difference and reaching out to so many others. So share this video. Speak about the way you would love the world to be, rather than the way it might appear to be. And hold that vision and that focus from the most profound experience that you ever have before. Make your comments and connect with me, and let's join together to create the most awesome place that we have ever dreamed or imagined to be. This is your opportunity to shift what appears to be occurring in the world. Go to my website, www.isatees.com, and get the free gift that's there for you. Get on my mailing list so you can know what's happening in this world and the world of touching 1 billion people by 2030. And here's your question for today. What if I lived in the eye of the hurricane? What if I lived in the eye of the hurricane all the time? You can, you will make that decision. Have the most awesome day, week, year, and lifetime of your wildest dreams. And until next time, feel a hug.